Home and Away confirms killer's fate in latest Australian episode. The traumatic week in the Bay continues. Stevie's final scenes aired on Australian screens this week as her dangerous stalker Sidney Wickham was freed and tracked her down in the Bay. In terrifying scenes, movie star Stevie was gunned down while filming her new movie All Our Tomorrows on location on the beach. Sidney fled from the scene after committing the terrible crime. Meanwhile, Stevie was rushed to hospital, where doctors Bree and Levi Fowler were unable to save her life. In Wednesday's episode on Australian screens, Stevie's bodyguard Cash Newman was the next to face danger when he found Sidney waiting for him at home. With Sidney still armed, Cash was forced to play along with his demands as he sought reassurance over Stevie's fate. As news of the shooting hadn't hit the news due to a media blackout, Sidney feared that he'd failed in his evil mission to kill Stevie. A grieving Cash urged him to believe that Stevie had indeed lost her life, but the villain insisted on staying at the house until there was official confirmation. Fortunately, Cash managed to overpower Sidney when the gunman became distracted by Eden Fowler turning up at the house. Eden called police to the scene and Sidney was arrested for murder, sickeningly celebrating his victory as it dawned on him that Cash had been telling the truth about Stevie's fate. As the dust settled following a traumatic 24 hours in the Bay, there were various repercussions from Stevie's death. Stevie's boyfriend Remy Carter bitterly blamed Cash for what had happened, claiming that he'd failed in his duty as her bodyguard. It turned out that a mistrial had led to Sidney being freed in the first place, which came about after someone involved had liked a social media post and derailed the case. Sadly, news of Sidney's release hadn't reached Cash until it was too late to protect Stevie.
Các bạn vừa theo dõi một sản phẩm của Home and Away, Spoiler Today. Xin chào.